Okay, so I'm using Cheryl Marchetti's Kipper again, and this, let me, chopstick over here. This reading is to look into Steve Bannon's legal future, of course. So he has 2 cases against him. I'm not going to read on the first one because he appealed that one. He was sentenced for like 4 months and $6,500, and then he appealed it. So that'll kind of take care of itself later. He's out on appeal, basically. But of course, it's like you can't leave the country or get away from it. But what I want to look into is the situation with the build the wall. Because that one, he got off on the federal part of it because Trump gave him a pardon. But he's, the Manhattan, DAs, they've charged him with, what do they call it? Something like money laundering and fraud and RICO, basically, like RICO conspiracy charges. And then the idiot, I just read, this is why I'm reading on it because it brought it to my attention, that he stiffed his lawyers for $500,000. I mean, he owes his lawyers $500,000, and so now this new judge, or not new judge, the same judge, has given him until the end of this month, February, and I'm doing this reading on February 21st. So he has 1 more week to get new attorneys, but I don't know how he's going to do that. How's he going to do that, right? Who's going to take him on? So I don't know what's going to happen with that. This is why I'm doing this reading. I want to see if what's going to come down on him based on the build the wall, we build the wall scheme. What was it, $5 million or something he took? He took the money from donors and then paid it out to himself and a couple of cronies. Jeez. Okay. So, yeah, $5 million will build a wall between U.S. and Mexico. Yeah, sure. That's all it would take. Yeah. All right. Steve Bannon. God, this guy's so disgusting. He's like a hot mess of mental illness, it feels like. Or sounds, feels like in my head, and my body's like rejecting, like, no, I don't want to feel this. Ugh. Whew. Let's put it into the cards, please. Thank you. All right, Steve Bannon, what is your future legally? All right, 21 cards. 2, 5. These are going to be for the bottom. Okay. 6, 7. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's what I thought. 17, 18, 20. I was 21. I was getting distracted with what was going on in my body. I was feeling heart pain, and then I'm asking my guides, okay, it's not me, is it? And it went right away. So it's Steve Bannon. He has heart problems. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh crap! Hold on. I gotta move things around here. There we go. I'm gonna run off my table here. I forgot I changed my battery and moved my camera all over the place. Okay, now we'll go better, or more quickly. Thanks for being patient, you guys. Of course, you can always fast forward a little bit, right? Or when we're really lucky, we get Hilda's timestamps. So grateful to her. Okay. Oh, there's the health issues. Yeah, I don't have the imprisonment card yet. It might be that his health takes him out. Wow, okay. So here he is with exactly what I was feeling, the mental issues, the crisis that he's being confronted with. He doesn't really concentrate well, and he's a really pessimistic guy, of course. And he's actually pretty damn ignorant deep down and very insecure. Again, and here we have this coffin card here, and that bad health card at the bottom of the deck. Wow. Interesting. Okay, so his card didn't come through, so I'm going to use my regular... Well, wait, let's focus here first for a moment. This card in the center, Knights to something that's been developing for a long time, of course. He's gotten away with this for a really long time so far. But change is coming in the future. And this would be our, this would be some sad news, bad news over this, this We Build the Wall issue. Even though he did get the pardon, this is still, this doesn't protect him from state charges. And those are the rules and regulations. And they do have all the documentation and paperwork. And so that is why he is, this is the worst card in the deck. It's called the despair card in this deck, but in other decks, it's our, major stressed out card. It's like the Nine of Swords in the tarot, but it just doesn't go away. It's not like just one bad night. This is him. So opening up the reading here, we have people that were loyal to him are under despair as well. But this is his karma. But this also has to do with this money laundering situation going on and all of his deception, right? So his future looks to me like he's lost support and he's lost loyalty, and maybe maybe he won't be in prison, but he'll be in jail for a while. I mean, of course, this is the build the wall thing. You know what? I should probably, I'm going to have to read separately on the contempt charges from the January 6th, because he didn't turn over the documents they wanted and he didn't appear. So that's the one that he's appealing. But I get this weird feeling that like maybe he goes in for that one and then doesn't come out. Like something happens and, like he can't handle it. That one he was already charged for 4 months. That's the one that he appealed. So I don't know. So that's just a weird, like, little side note that's a possibility. But so I should probably do a separate reading on that one, probably a shorter reading. So anyway, with this one, with the Build the Wall scheme, of course, he's stressed out beyond, belief. And this is his self-destruction mode too. He's not able to get out from underneath this, and the reason why is because they have all the documents. They have wait a minute, when it happened, it was a boat from it came in from the U.S. Postal Service that had jurisdiction. Was it the U.S. Postal Service and the Coast Guard that went to the yacht that he was on on this Chinese billionaire. What's that guy's name? Starts with an H. The Chinese billionaire had this yacht. Steve Bannon's on it. The Coast Guard Postal Service goes and gets him. That's how he was busted. Like, how humiliating was that, right? That must have been awful. And it's basically wire fraud, I think, that he'll go down for, right? We have all that here. Okay, so anyway, that's why the papers are coming through, right? We're dealing with fraud here, cheating, fraud, that happened quite some time ago. And reading the Four Corners, I would say that his wealthy, ambitious, what do we call cronies, I'm just going to call it with this card here, the people that were loyal to him, are gone. That train has left the station. They're gone, which is why he's really, really having problems there, you know, just stressed out. And in the future, it might be that his whatever assets he has, but how could he have any? He stiffed his lawyers, right? So he doesn't have that protection. That's probably what this is here. But maybe he does still have like some clannish support. Interesting. And some, well, let's see, well, the Great Fortune card usually is a lot of money that's hard to screw up. And I mean, there's change in his fortune. I suppose it would be a very simple way to read this. But I don't know if this would be a person holding his secrets. If so, they don't like, you know, the sad news that's coming forward about that, because maybe they lose their money and they don't get their... My goodness. Wow. Yeah. Maybe they don't get their investments back. Well, you know, it's gone anyway, for sure. Okay, so let's see, what else? His close inner circle of, you know, cheaters and scammers, their strategy is gone. It's done. But for him as well, I mean, this is the readings on him. This could be some kind of like house arrest, like stuck. Well, he's not able to go anywhere, so there's that. I mean, he's not able to get out of the country. So I guess that's why that is there. Let's see. This is usually my J6 committee card, but I'm not reading on that, so I have to stick with the build the wall. I just feel like they have all the information that's just going to create immense pain and loss and ending for him. Loss of job, loss of, I don't know, is Breitbart even still a thing? I mean, the other little news clip that came up was that he's now pegged as the number one misinformation, you know, spewing monster out there. But it looks like, yeah, issues there. And at the bottom of the deck, of course, here we have, you know, the health issues, right? These two together. Definitely mental health, of course. And being in the future, like in a very helpless situation, especially because of his reputation, right? And the fact that he's a thief. The fact that he stole. But I don't have the imprisonment card. That is so weird. You know what I think I'll do? I think I'll break some rules and combine. Let's just bear with me. Well, here, I'll just pause for a moment. Okay, so let's look at Steve Bannon's future from the perspective of the January 6th committee's federal court issue. That was a federal court situation. They're both. So the other one was state because he got off of the federal charge because of his pardon from Trump. We can thank Trump for that. Even though the guy wasn't even in. How long did he last? I think he made too much trouble with Jared. Oh wait, I don't have all the cards here. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. So, how's it going to go for him? Because the other case is scheduled. I remember I'm getting bits flashing into my head. The build the wall thing. Maybe I just have to check in on it once it gets started, because the build the wall trial, it might not start until November of this year, right? It's so far off. So, but let's look at, yeah. So here's the first card. There's the investigation there. So I'm wanting to look in at the, well, what the heck, let's just do it this way. So I wasn't really focused in on the January 6th charges. He's appealed it. So let's look at his future based on that, and then from then on. Because I get this weird feeling he's going to go in there for that, and then he's not going to be able to get out. Because they can do that. They can let him come out, to appear in his trial. And he goes back to his little cell. Let's look at the January 6th situation. These off the bottom. Okay, yeah, there you go, that one's at the bottom, very bottom. Okay. Alright, so some creative wealth going on there, his reputation, here he is. 6, 7, all this is sneaking up behind his back. Okay, that's an important piece to remember. And there's our, yeah, very troubling card there. Should have started off with this reading first, but I don't know. Oh, there we are. Whoa. Okay. So, this is the journey he's on. This is his soul journey. It has to do with his reputation. This is also, we're looking at canons. We could go with the visual as to, he's always just shooting off his mouth, right? This is his soul journey here, right? To be locked up, and his health suffers because he's locked up. Like, imagine being in Rikers, something like that, right? Okay, and then, let's see. This card, Knights to... don't know who this might be. It's usually a supportive person. This might be Trump with his strategy that gave him a little bit of relief. I doubt Trump would go visit him in prison. Maybe this is just the gift of a very, very, very sad news that he winds up with. Hold on. All right, let's start up here. So all of these cards are sneaking up behind him. So business contracts, he's not married. Nobody would be dumb enough to marry that disgusting bag of whatever. Hold on, I need to get some water. Okay, so he does still, I feel like he does still have some successful business, support. But not really, or maybe what was successful, maybe what was a strong business bond from somebody who was supportive, which I'm thinking this would be Trump, completely ends, of course, because I'm sure it has, and he's restricted even further. This could also be whomever the judge is. I mean, it's possible this is the judge who's bonded with some other. This could be a female judge somewhere else, or maybe this is even Liz Cheney and maybe her affiliations with judges. That is exactly what gets him locked up, right? And he doesn't have the money. He obviously doesn't have the money to pay. I would imagine that they would have been able to, when the bust came down, they would have been able to get a hold of that money. Well, I don't know if all of it, but because, once it's already spent, like, how do they, I don't know about that. But I'm starting to wonder, like, the $5 million, where did it go? He has poverty coming up behind him, even worse than he's already had. And he's looking forward to what? Just his reputation shooting him in the face, right? That's the only way I can read that. Reading the first few cards, I don't know who this younger person would be. Maybe this is an attorney who's going to try to step in for him, but that's going to shoot him, whomever she is, or whatever this creative, wealthy plan he has going on, it's going to shoot him in the face, is what I'm getting. I mean, he already looks like he's been shot in the face. Oh, gosh. Oh, I'm so bad. Okay. The fork, or the corners, is going around the edge here. This would be the risk that he took, along with the ambition of this would be the other, that Chinese billionaire dude, and maybe there was someone younger too if we read all these together. But that is all spoiled is what I'm hearing, because of the laws, right? The man got him, and so he is just tortured with worry, totally stressed out, can't get out from underneath it, and he will receive a loss because of his irresponsibility and his thievery, and his health will suffer. And the money problems, he won't have, that's what this is. He won't have the support, because the support's cut off here. He won't have the support to help him get through a very painful lockup situation, right? He might have some little bit of support, but not enough to get him through the lockup. And it creates health issues for him. Wow. Because we have to remember that coffin card in the other spread. That would come through later. Or who knows, it might come all together, because he's going through the appeal process for the January 6th lack of showing up and turning over the documents. So however long that takes to complete, then he goes in for his 4-month stint and he might not come out. And that might be the strategy of these attorneys that could see, like, okay, yeah, fine, let this guy play it out for a while. Meanwhile, maybe they're getting some dirt on other people. And maybe this is like sad news to the people who, like I was saying, invested in him, because maybe he just doesn't make it out of prison. This imprisonment over a long period of time, yeah, brings in maybe some visitors, but then this sad news. The strategy leads to sad news. The fortune that people have invested leads to sad news. He has a lot of health issues, maybe because his ambitions are all tied in the wrong way. I'm reading, using different levels of context here. He has some control up here, but only over these cards here. Because all this other stuff is hanging, it's sneaking up behind his back. So he has control over his, torture by if he would just give himself up. But I don't know that he would do that. These two cards here could be indicating the control that he had over Trump with getting that pardon. Trump didn't have to honor it, but he did. And maybe there's something that comes out about that with Trump. That wouldn't help his case. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, again with the mental illness, right? I don't know where to put these cards, but I guess he could be looking forward to more of that. More of that just, OCD. And, I get the money laundering community and that clan, how they work to bring things together. This would just be that investigation. But here's our important card up there. So that's so weird. Talk about weird, not weird. It's just me doing my back assward thing is what I did. Should have read on this one first. But anyway, maybe there's some maybe there's a gift in it, because now we know. I think he'll go in and won't get out, is what I'm thinking. Go in, have a health issue, and then the other spread, we had the coffin card. Man, the guy's not that old either. But yeah, a life of negativity, right? So, okay, I'm going to get this uploaded for you. Send you big hugs, as always. Bye.